A set that's kind of familiar? Warriors of Makuta. Although driven from their city, the evil Skrall warriors are quick to ally with Makuta and try to seize Bar Magna. Wielding new powers of shadow, the Skrall are more dangerous than ever before. This is a LegomationStudio Bionicle Stars review. Hey everyone, it's LegomationStudio here with another Bionicle Stars review. This is the second to last review, so oh my god, we're almost there. But we are here reviewing Skrall. Now, before we get started, again, like the same thing we had with Gresh, we just saw Skrall. Of course, Skrall I liked way more than Gresh, so don't know why they brought him back, really, but I guess it does kind of have to do with the story. The fact that they're on Bar Magna, there's going to be a lot of Bar Magnians. Well, here we have the box, and because this color is black, it goes in with the box too. Like, the box is black also, so the plastic is black too, and it all just looks black, 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 dark. Darkness, evil guy. So, we have Bionicle, Skrall, the Bionicle Stars. Skrall is the most pieces. He's the biggest of all the Bionicle Stars. So he has the most pieces, 21 pieces. We haven't seen that with any of the Agori or Matoran, so that's really cool. And that's why I keep saying, think of these sets as Agori and Matoran-wise, not really Toa and Titan and overall set-wise. This is like small set-wise, so that's why these stars are pretty cool. 21 pieces, the biggest, most amount of pieces that comes. Then the collectible Golden Bionicle armor, that's what I want to say, not just the Golden Bionicle. And it comes with a Toa Nuva armor, gold Toa Nuva armor, shoulder armor. So that's a cool little piece. And Skrall is in that position that kind of all the Bionicle Stars are in, where they're in that defending, like, kind of position. The backside, just like with all the others, we have TAHU with all the gold pieces on him. All the other sets advertised, and each gold piece that comes with each set. Here we have Skrall highlighted, because that's the one that this is. Then we have the biocode, B4DB01. That is the biocode. Whether that's a 0 or a 1, I don't know, but you can probably guess on your own. There's a little Lego logo there. Then at the top, we have, like all the Bionicle Stars, this in black we have the Skrall shield, the maze of shadows or whatever. So that's cool. Then the indents around it, and then the spikes. Very nice little design there. And then on the bottom, so you can stack them up, there's an indent for the little circle and the side for the spikes, so you can stack your Bionicle Stars up and have them viewed like that. Now we will open it up and look at the pieces. Grab the tab, pull it open, dump out the contents, and there you go. Let's check out what we got for our money's worth. So we have, of course, the instruction booklet with Skrall right on the front there, just like what we had in the front of the canister. The awesome poster of Bionicle Stars with TAHU and all of his golden armor in the front, with the golden TAHU in the back, representing Machanui, old TAHU's mask. Then all the sets and what they contribute to the gold Bionicle. Sorry for the glaring, by the way. And then, yep, he's even on this. I swear, if he's on TAHU, I'll be pretty mad. Yep, Ben 10. Well, it's on the last page, so they're missing one page because this one needed an extra one. Unlike the Rockshi, they needed all the pages. Then in the back, win Lego. So, let's zoom out and check out all these pieces. Now, as you can see, there are lime green and black. The old Skrall was red and black, so at least we got new things. We have a lot of black and yellow, so a lot of coloring. And that's the thing about the Glatorian sets, is that they were mostly just about colors and stuff, not gray and silver. So we have this black fat Matoran body, and then the Skrall weapons. Now again, with like what they did with Gresh, is they reused the pieces. Yeah, I don't know. And by the way, this lime green is kind of like it's the same thing as the Tuma color. And then we have seen these before, but yeah, the lime green Glatorian hands. And then we have not one, not two, but three of these Matoran limbs. and an extra one for the neck. Similar to the Roxy, we're going to elongate his neck because the Skrall had hunchbacks, so they had those necks sticking out. And then we have the same feet that we had with Gresh and Takanuva, but in black, so that's nice. Then the regular Skrall helmet that we've all seen, with the cone head, yes, cone head. And then these, but in lime green. So if you're a mockist and you need these type of pieces for maybe a lime green kind of guy, but you only have black or blue or red, well, guess what? We have them in lime green, baby. Use those. And then regular orange Glatorian head. Iron Man head. I'm still saying it. By the way, here's Takanuva's shoulder armor that was gold, and here's the one that came with Skrall that you're supposed to put on TAHU, just to give you an idea of the different gold patterns. Just decided to show you that. So if you ever wanted to use this for mocking, that'd be pretty cool. Almost there, guys. This is the 5th one from Skrall that came with the Bionicle Star Skrall set. It's a golden Toa Nuva armor, shoulder pad, yeah, whatever, and we're gonna add that. So now we have 5, only one more. So stay tuned for the final Bionicle review of TAHU. Oh my god! I've seen some people do this. It's Kopaka's ice sword, but in black. That's pretty nice. I mean, if you're a mockist and you've been building a black Kopaka, which I've seen a lot of people do, it looks pretty cool too, I must say. We're giving it. We haven't seen this piece for a long time, and it's in black. So that's cool, and I don't know why they chose this weapon for Skrall. I mean, the Skrall's weapon wasn't like a Kopaka sword, but hey, it's cool that we get this piece. Not in white anymore, but in black. So good for mocking, and those black Kopakas people can make now is pretty cool. Of course, you have to have the black Kopaka mask. I don't know how you're gonna get that. Anyways, the Kopaka Mata in black. Let's build it.
That's what Ben 10 gets. I'm back with a new color scheme. The Skrall are ready to fight, with powers like no other. Boom.
So, building experience. Well, it was probably the best building of all of the ones so far, or, I don't know, Takanuva was pretty fun, but this one was pretty fun to build, because it had the most pieces, one thing, and because you had, again, like the Roxy, that little spine thing you had to attach. As you can see here, you had to do the hunchback, so you had to attach that little piece. And, of course, there's the little con about having this ball joint connector there, which doesn't look too right with him. But, you know, at least they tried, and it works, and it makes the set, everything else look pretty nice, you know. Doesn't get too much in the way or anything. And then there's also the fact that you had to connect the pieces here and to his shoulders, that little piece that connected there. And you know what? At least Lego was considerate enough to get this be the same color, so that way color scheme was really on their mind when they made this set. Because especially with like Vorox, when we had those, like, if you can see here with Vorox, we had the blue, all of a sudden random blue for the connectors. I mean, no one liked that. But at least with this, they didn't have like a blue or a red or even really a black. They had the lime green, so that way it went with the color scheme well. So thank you, Lego, for doing that. Thank you for taking color scheme into a real big consideration. Set designing. The fact that they're using these full-size pieces here does make him look more like a midget. Does actually add on to like making him look a little less of a good set. I mean, the fact that he has, like, here he has, like, these long things sticking out of his back, and that they're tall, and if you want him to, like, stand like this, there's going to be these huge things going up. I don't know, it just doesn't really work with his body. It's like bobbleheads, so they have a huge head and a small body. Well, this has huge shoulder armor and then a small body. So I don't know, it would get in the way a lot for playing ability. I mean, you're trying to do something and then it'll get in the way. It's not as easy to do that thing where in the old one he could actually, if he lifted his arm, cut his head off. But I mean, you can't even lift your arms in general because these will bonk into each other. And especially with the cone head too. I mean, you got a lot of spiky things going upwards, and gets a little annoying at times. But to pose him, it's great, and to have him just staying as he is, he can look pretty badass. I mean, really, pretty cool. So that's what I like about it. The color scheme in the set design is also cool. I think the story behind it is that he's an elite Skrall, one that was, you know, up with Tuma and stuff. You know, he was Tuma's bro, so he gave him the lime green coloring on his armor. That's the story behind it, and at least we got to see one Skrall that was different, and that's what I really like, is that they had to, unlike Resh, they kind of just did shrinking him, but with this we had a different color, and, you know, something different. That would have been cool if they made an actual Skrall with a full Skrall with that color, and maybe someone will, you know. I've seen it been done before with the shield. Oh, that's right. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's do a comparison and then talk about that. There's Skrall from last year, and again, yeah, last year, wow. Classic, yeah, right, from past years, yeah, right. What about someone from Metro Nui or Voya Nui? How about that? I mean, there's 2 full years of nothing in the stars. But yeah, okay, so same mask, same piece here, except in different color. Okay, so this guy, he had a lot more of an awesome weapon. This is just like, ooh, little Kopaka sword. Ooh, what are you going to do with that? Shoot black ice? Yeah, I don't know, man, I don't know. Skrall was really known not for his weapon, but for the shield. The famous shield. And for some reason, this guy doesn't have it. Hookie999 talked about it, and you know what, you might as well, if you're gonna give him a, I mean, we enjoy the Kopaka sword. It's great that you brought that back, and maybe a little essence of Kopaka brought back with the stars. But I would have I don't know about you guys, put in the comments, but I would have much rather preferred a recolor of this in lime green instead of just black and red, black and lime green being the maze outline. That would have been cool. So instead of this, scratch that, put this. It would have been big for him, of course. And that's what Hookie999 was talking about, is that, guys, if they'd done that, it would have just been ridiculous. It would have just been so big that it would have just lessened the set even more. I'm going to have to disagree, just because the set already has been lessened enough with these huge things here. You're just going to have to deal with the stars being not, at least some of the stars not being too body in uneven parts. So I would have actually rather have had that. Or maybe a smaller version, maybe just like a Borok shield even. Just something, because, you know, he had that Skrall shield. But they gave us this instead, which we're still fine about. And it's new, so I guess that makes it so they're less of just shrinking him. But they both have the hunchback, and this really represents each other very good. And we've got a different color here that I prefer better. So yeah. So Skrall. A little more into the story, basically, is that since the Bionicle Legends were born in the movie, since Machanui and all the Glatorian got powers, now they pissed the Skrall off, and the Skrall are hiding amongst themselves. But then they saw Makuta, and they went up to Makuta, and Makuta's like, oh, hey, you guys are kind of bad, I heard about you, how about you join me? So now they've joined Makuta. I don't know who was saying that the Skrall are good, because no, they're not. So they've joined Makuta, and they have, that's right. If you saw in the beginning, very, very, very beginning of this review, on Lego.com it says that they have new powers. They have the shadow powers. So I don't know how they're going to use that. We'll see it in the videos and stuff, because there are supposed to be little tiny movies. But they have shadow powers. So you got shadow powers, you got 21 pieces, and you got a new awesome lime green color. I guess you can't really go wrong with getting Skrall. it is a recome of a set, which is the main down point of it, and the fact that these kind of go, you know, a little different from the body. You know, they don't make it look perfectly that great, but the building is different, and obviously Lego put a lot of time into doing this, going back and getting the Kopaka swords black, and printing some lime green connector pieces here. So a lot of people like me are going to be collecting them all. But if you were to collect any, I would probably say that if you want to, skip this guy because he's, you know, Skrall and he's been released a year ago, then I guess go ahead. But if you want to make the golden Bionicle, not golden Bionicle, get all the golden armor to put on TAHU, then I'd go ahead because, I mean, you'll get all the golden armor and be able to put on him. I didn't say this for any of the other ones, but the Bionicle stars are $7.99. That's $8. But I don't know. Overall, I mean, it's pretty good. It resembles Skrall, and it's small, and it's different in size and has different color pieces, but it still does good at resembling Skrall. And that's the main thing we're trying to get here. So there's an awesome story behind it. You guys probably want to be watching some of the videos that have been released on Bionicle.com around now. And stay tuned for the final Bionicle review of TAHU that's coming up. But you've gotten my opinion on Skrall. Hope you can decide if you'd like to get him or not. And it's LegomationStudio signing off. See you guys.